Welcome to the final match day of Division 1 of the Simulation Soccer League. A lot of permutation to go on here, but with Championship already locked in, there is still the relegation battle to come. I'm Sock, joined here by Project Saint. 4 matches on the card. Saint, why don't you take us through this one?
Yeah, sure thing. After God knows how long it has been for me. Coming back into the final day of match day 14 in Division 1. It is going to be hell for the bottom 4 teams right now. All eyes over Tokyo, Accra, Sao Paulo, and Sydney. And especially with one of the matchups here as well. We'll probably be heading into it pretty soon, I believe, will we?
Yeah, Sao Paulo versus Adowa Accra. União Sao Paulo currently in the relegation spot, but a win would see them move clear of Accra themselves, 6th versus 7th, and Sao Paulo must win. A draw or a loss would see them go down, and Accra, any sort of points would see them clear of a safety net. So that's all they're really worrying about right now, is just making sure that they can get the point. But if Sao Paulo cause the upset here, it's curtains for the Ghanaian squad. They have to live life in Division 2. Of course, we do know that Inter London have secured promotion with their Division 2 championship. So they will be replaced by Inter London likely. And, well, there's still Tokyo and Sydney to come, but that would be a meteoric sway in goals scored and goals against. I believe we calculated this before the broadcast. It is a difference of 19 if Sydney can exceed the goal scored of Tokyo, which they currently are down by 7 on. And in the case of otherwise, they'll need to make a 20-goal swing, which is 10-0 and 10-0 going the way of Sydney and Athênai coming up. But, of course, still that to come. And on the other side of it, Cairo and Hollywood. They're our third match of the day for this one as we cover this. Cairo just looking to secure second here. They could with a win, and if Athênai end up dropping points to Tokyo, and of course if Tokyo get any points, they don't need to worry about anything chaotic occurring. So, I mean, what do you think will come next to this? Do you think that Tokyo and Accra can both survive this, or do you think we could see some chaos on our hands?
Tokyo are in a relatively comfortable position because they still have their destiny mainly in their hands there. But this first game is the masterpiece, the piece of the resistance. It's the highlight game, and we're having it to start off with right now between Sao Paulo and Accra. Pretty much win and you're through. And for Accra, even a draw means they survive. I don't think the stakes could be any higher.
Yeah, playing for a draw versus playing for a win. Also of note, União Sao Paulo's Coffee Biscuit is also 2 goals back of the Golden Boot race. Though if they do end up clamoring for that, they will need at least 2. Of course, Ricky Bobby currently in the lead with 11. Coffee Biscuit, Tiki Taka, and Franco Suarez are tied on 9. So it's an awards race to look forward to in these final few matches. And in these first few minutes, they've gotten themselves underway quickly over the formation. Sao Paulo running the offset 4-2-3-1 within Clan and Fred as their 2 defensive and centre midfielders. Adowa Accra have gone with the wider 4-1-2-3 with Silver Druid on the right wing and the right front man Konstantin Salic. Like Salic has the ball now, sends it out to Silver Druid. Druid's a shot, but that one will go just wide. Goal kick.
Already looks like Druid trying to make a name for himself right now, trying to make sure that Accra do make their stand in Division 1.
Well, there's a turnover. Salic quickly to Kamayatu, out to Druid, sorry to interrupt, but Fasenvitz with a block there as he was going on.
Yep. Pretty much, who would you say your highlight players are for these matches for each team?
I would say on the side of Sao Paulo it has to be Coffee Biscuit, but one player I'm also looking forward to is the Pacific Islander, Rui Kamayatu on the side of Adowa Accra. Great chance creator and can really set players up, as that time he tries to set up Domenico Corleone, but that one just over the top.
All the space for
also
Corleone there.
Have to watch out for his goalkeepers as well. Luke Lorac on the side of Adowa Accra has been relatively solid, though perhaps some question marks over what he'll be doing come World Cup season. Well, we won't be having that this year, of course, due to limitations, but also Adam Rage on the other side we need to watch out for as well. Just kind of hovering question marks over them at the moment, though. That perhaps might be why these teams find themselves in this battle to stay up the top. Here's Corleone. Out now to Komoyatu. Quick ball to Selic. Now Silver Druid sends Komoyatu through and a run and a shot and a goal! Rui Komoyatu has put Accra in front.
And in due time already. I'm pretty sure the Ghana is going mad right here. Gosh, Rui Komoyatu. Great pass there from Druid and great run there from Komoyatu. Manages to get one-on-one. Rage, unfortunate there. Mark was not found by Sao Paulo. Pressure on them. Fessenwitz also playing Komoyatu on side.
Yeah, I mean, Matt Mayhem just played a little bit too far back for them, and as a result, Sao Paulo end up slipping up. I mean, they had to play for a win, while Accra only needed to play for a draw, and usually that can result in the other side getting a win in chess, and probably the same has played itself through in his football matches. Here's Ladiva sending through an Ivier shot, rebound, goal! Coffee Biscuit has double digits and has equalised for Sao Paulo.
Laru must be the sickest man on this earth. Unfortunate bounce off his foot, and well, Anivere making the run on Ancha. Ancha was slow to pick up there, and again Laru. He ought to take that right back.
Yeah, Kofi Ancha and Malachi Black just had to go right between the two of them, and Biscuit was able to dip that one home. And Luke Larank, I mean, we said there's a question mark here. Sinclair a shot on that one just wide. I mean, again, I talked about it, had the question mark, and well, perhaps just not being able to pick that one up resulted in that goal being given up, as now Sao Paulo look to attack again. Here's Fred against Corleone. Back to Olivier. That's a penalty on Kofi Ancha. Took out an Olivier. And suddenly they find themselves a shot here. Pascal and Olivier to take it.
Well, we said this match would be fireworks. We're already going to see it right now. And Olivier converts that. Sao Paulo up 2-1.
Wow, Kofi Ancha, the player manager, must be absolutely kicking himself, but with his luck he'd probably miss. And Ivier slotted it beautifully. Larac went the right way, but Ivier too much power on that one. Slotted it coolly into the side of the net. And suddenly Sao Paulo finds themselves up, and currently not only just up in the match, but up in the league battle. And Accra looked to quickly try and put on a counter-attack. Here's Silver Druid over to Selic. Great block, holy diver. Ball fell well there, and now it's Nicolas Inclan on a counter. Sent back by Jordan Jaka. And regather themselves here. Here's Rigmarole. Long ball here for Komoyatu, who doesn't have a shot angle, so has to try and send it back in. But blocked out by Fessenwitz for a corner. Of course, Fessenwitz was booked earlier in this match. Druid's corner. Matt Mayhem does break it up there, does get the interception, and to clear. Rigmarole now to Corleone. Corleone, quick turnaround, try to find an odd ball to Silver Druid. Velvet Komoyatu. Sinclair now back over to the right flank with Druid in for Sinclair, but a good header that time. Dorian Lexington to get it away as here's Biscuit. Definitely wants that double. Oh, Chaka, that's a huge foul there. Referee might have a word. No, nothing given. And Ivier's quick direct free kick, but taken there by Luke Larac.
Pretty eyes on there, but we can see right now advantage swaying back and forth. The metronome right here. Good still there from Xhaka, and right now Accra on the break. Sinclair to Komoyatu, goes wide.
Yeah, that time though we just couldn't steer it through. He had a great opportunity there, did have the goal before, but that time just wide, and it looked like it had Rage beat as well. Accra definitely have had the majority of the shots in this match, but Sao Paulo have had the more quality chances with Biscuit's rebound goal and Nivier also with a penalty. Into 2 minutes of added time in this first half, and Brimovic has it quickly taken away there by Sinclair. They tried to send it up top for Selic, but was immediately intercepted by Inclan. Trying to look for an outlet, and eventually they just decide to go back to Rage. Hopefully no spectacular own goal that we see booted in. We did see that earlier throughout this Simulation Soccer League. I believe it was Matchday 12 where we saw it happen. That's now Ayodele sent through on a run, but that was tipped up high by Larak. Now that Accra has to defend.
Iron blocked from Larue, and he would be needed once again. Solid hands indeed, and he takes it over to half time there. Sao Paulo 2, Accra 1. Thoughts?
Oh, I mean, Accra have been having to play the harder yards here. 12 fouls already. They have 2 people in the book here of Corleone and Ancha, and Sao Paulo effectively. But after that first 10 minutes, I thought, geez, this looks like Accra can run away with this one. They've looked like the strongest side throughout, but I mean, Sao Paulo was able to just hit back with a rebound goal, and that just seemed to swing it right back for them. They won the penalty, and Evier needed to convert that one, really. It was almost like he was taking that shootout where if the kick you win, and if not, then you have to stay down. A championship playoff-esque penalty, and at time he was able to make sure of it.
6 points.
And as such, they've been able to get it back.
That was a 6-pointer right there, and well, that could be the most important penalty he will take of his career right now, but there's still one more half to be played between the two, between survival and between relegation.
Underway once more, as interestingly no subs used. Macfred and Steftol. Sorry, Macfred is on rather. They have not elected to sub on any of their other players. I believe it's Jeff Newman who is on the bench. Yes, it is. Newman and Seth Dolan have remained on the bench for Sao Paulo. So they decide that they want to rock with this. This will be their 45 minutes of fame here. As now Accra look to try and spring something. Kamoyatu will try and spring Ancha through one-on-one with Rage, but ends up back for the corner. Did well to play that off to his right.
Rage saw what LaRue did. End up at half. He wants his own fame, his own shine to glory. And one-on-one kept his nerves there. And
good peel. Holy Diver just raised his hand, said that's offside, and was correct in that. Perhaps might have just won for himself there, as we have another yellow card issued, this time to Sao Paulo's Ayodele. Now they'll try and set another counter-attack. Moyatu sneaks through on that left back roll. Now back over to Rizzo Rigmarole. Can he take a shot here? Just pushes it down. Sinclair now. Cherdan Chaka. There's so many bodies in the area. It doesn't seem to look for an open shot. But Moyatu tries to find one. But just put too much sauce on it and sent it over the top.
Lots of passing there. I don't think anyone was sure if they had the right shot in mind. Well, they get to try again. Kemoatu bring it back to Shaka. He has his options. Ancha to Kemoatu. He goes long. Rage. Diverse that. A bit dangerous to play out, but that should be cleared at least for a throw-in.
Yeah, they needed to do that there. Not sure on the Adam Rage pass. I mean, they had players lurking, but nonetheless, they'll find another opportunity here. And Ivier, it was offside there for Slatin and Brimovic. And once more, another opportunity is quashed by an offside. As this throw-in now looks like Sao Paulo just looking to play out through the back here. Do they look left side? No, let's go back to Rage. Lexington will try and go aerial with it, but headed back by Ayla Snooks. The diver, he didn't really realize how close Rigmarole was, and as such, it's had to quickly taken away from him. But a great block there by Mayhem. And now the counter. Ayodele up against Jacka. Where does he look to go? Goes over the top here, and it finds Fred! Fred! First goal of the season, and what a way to do it! 3-1 Sao Paulo.
Talk about opening your account this early. Well, this late even, but what a time to do it. Ayodele beating Xhaka, and Fred, who manages to evade the eyes of Ancha, evade the eyes of Rigmarole, and evade the hands of LaRue. That's 3-1. Control over to Sao Paulo.
It's going to be such a tough thing to come back from as Druid. He intercepted a pass beautifully. Incline just looked to find a back pass to Mayhem. He immediately swooped on it, took a shot, but Adam Rage had to be there for it and did well to make the stop.
You need to convert those.
Play out.
You need to convert those one-on-ones, and now down by 2. Accra feeling the pressure.
Yeah, not only with this win, Sao Paulo are currently sitting in 5th place. It would have overtaken Tokyo, but here's Seller to try and make it 1! And no, it's offside.
Offside.
Didn't even get the chance to celebrate.
No. That one will hurt even more for morale.
They've nearly just find more and more here. And now they try and find that last little step. Here's Kamoyatu, back for Corleone. Great block by Adeli and headed clear by Nivier. Here's Coffee Biscuit. He's basically one-on-one with Black, and he can find more if he finds Ibrahimovic, but a good tackle by Black. Sends it out for a throw. Now Sao Paulo look to regather themselves and try and find another attack, though. Let's see if it is now taking a real toll on them as more offsides given out. Might be all they wrote for them. Sao Paulo look to have it in the hand.
Barely minutes left. Ansha tries with a free kick. That's just blocked away. There'll probably be extra time, but how many is up for debate. Rigmarole rage blocks that, and even so offside. Just more time killed. 1 minute left. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, Accra will not have time, but Sao Paulo, and what a time to do it. In front of all the fans that wanted to see them make it. With so little time left, even if they do find anything, which they don't, Sao Paulo have escaped the clutches of relegation, and on the final day they stay up and send Adowa Accra down into the depths of Division 2.
One of the newest, probably one of the newest clubs in the league, coming from Division 2 2 seasons ago. Last season getting promoted, and now here they managed to keep their place in, book their ticket for yet another fight. This will be huge for Sao Paulo, for the development, for the club, and for Brazil. But for Accra, that is a heartbreak. The heads will probably be down right now. Perhaps they have to pick themselves off, heading back to the locker room. Div 2 erased them, but they have put up a good fight, and I'm sure that they will still be fighting strong even in the low division.
Yeah, I mean, they'll be absolutely one of the hot favourites going into next season. Season 7, you'd probably back them, but they still need to know who will be one of their compatriots. Will it be AS Paddy or will it be FC Karpstad? That will be decided tomorrow, so make sure you don't miss out on that one. Karpstad will get up with a win and an AS Paddy loss, likely. We do still have goal differential to work out, but, I mean, it'd be an absolute miracle if Karpstad win by 15 to overtake.
Okay,
actually 14, excuse me.
What is it with...
provided a few other things. But, yeah, we do have chances, but they're chances of snowballs in hell.
Let's just say, let's just say I have a better chance of becoming a trillionaire than these two clubs, both Capside getting promoted and Sydney. Actually, well, there's still chances. So who can I say? It might just bite me.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe we'll find out that you ended up getting $1 trillion injected into your bank account from the Cayman Islands. But we digress. Next on the card is a match that basically decides Sydney City's fate. Because we know that Adowa Accra are going down. That is booked. Now it all depends on where Tokyo and Sydney City fall. Because if Tokyo loses here, it does open the gates a bit for Sydney City. But it is still a lot of ground to make up for them. And Tokyo, they're going up against Athênai. Athênai still have a little bit to play for, because they can still secure second with a win, and anything less does open up the gates for Cairo.
Yep, and Tokyo will have to lose heavily for Sydney to have their chance. Well, Tokyo winning not only dooms Sydney, it puts Athênai under a bit more threat there from Cairo.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll get into the match now. We'll quickly go over the formations as well. Tokyo, they've elected to run the 4-1-3-2. Skyrise and Hayden are the main people at the front. Of course, we do have those strong midfield of Isagi, Hogan, Soderberg, and Athênai have gone for wide 4-4-2 with Jeffrey Levert and Owen 44 at the front. They're the main people to watch out for, in my opinion. Main strikers.
Has been a relatively quiet season 4-44, I do believe. Compared to his last few seasons where I don't think anyone would want to face him.
Potentially, though I will look at his stats here as we are underway here. It looks like Tokyo will get first bite of a cherry. That's Visser immediately trying to put on an attack. Whips it over through to Soderberg off the bar! And cleared out by Didioka. Wow! That could have immediately opened things up and made Tokyo feel a lot safer. But it's still a corner for them now. They're immediately putting on the pressure here. Yes, having it cleared by Gintonic and only out to Vercetti. Now Soderberg over to Rupp. Up back to Vercetti. Now if Ness finds Soderberg on a run and another block by Yoka. Needed to be critical thus far. Two big clearances in the past 2 minutes. Now Ness. Inside ball again, but that time headed away by Henrik Lind.
What an opening flurry there from Tokyo. They're feeling it right now, and they know that any chance they leave is a chance too much. So they may as well try and kill off earlier, if possibly in strong style.
Yeah, I mean, any win is a good win for these clubs. At least that's the way they must be looking at things right now. Of course, Athênai know they can secure their fate, and Tokyo would secure 5th place if they win. Of course, they know that now, with Accra being basically eliminated from contending with them. As he hits Hogg, and a shot from close range, but Linda's there, and it hits a corner flag. Well, that's a bit of a lucky bounce, as it does result in a corner kick.
Yep.
Has to take it once more. Shot over Hayden, but Hayden couldn't get anything to it. And out of trouble now is 0-44. He tackles him out, but just a throw in. Joking out of Fisher. Sends it right back. Joker's ball in. Tries to find Labovic, but Rob cleared it out. Ramirez. Nicely marked there by Yasagi. Just worked back to Lockyer. Gintonic over to Sherwood. Sherwood, one of the more recent recruits to Athênai, and has slotted in well. There's Labovic, closely marked by Visser, out to Gintonic, back to Cal Labovic. Can he find a man? No, just ended up being cleared out of the area by Rupp, and now Tokyo looks to launch their offensive. Rise now against Ramirez, tries to find Hayden over front, and he's put it wide.
Dynamic duo that has been formed just this season. Hayden picked up by Tokyo, and I think these two have gone from strength to strength in chemistry. Unfortunate that didn't convert there from Tokyo, but Labovic wants his own marking. Oh, I thought that would have went in.
Yeah, it didn't look like Berger held on to it, but it also might have just been kicked out there, so perhaps lucky not to get away with a foul, but looking to press the offensive once again as they find 44. He's hit the post! Or a bar and a post. Goodness me, it has been back and forth with them.
Oh my word. Now that one I thought would have gone in compared to the earlier Soderberg strike, I believe.
Yeah, that's Anderson just coming out there. Both of those chances, I mean, I thought they would have been in, but nonetheless, they end up being kept out by the woodwork. They remain solid in net. As Hayden now, he gets a one-on-one chance, but it's just deflected out by Anderson.
Good hands there from Anderson. Nessie out for the corner. Numbers in the box, but finds no green. Except for Isuki out there. Recycle.
Lockyer just got out. Argent tried to clear it, but it looked like it just went off of Labovic and just bounced out for a throw. I was checking 0-44. It's so interesting to see how much his goal scoring has just dried up, not counting his previous match, which we do not have in our database quite yet. Just going over his goals, season by season. 12, 18, 26, 19, 3. It has been a dry spell for him.
I think part of it comes down to the fact that he is no longer the sole striker. Back when his first season in Tokyo and when he moved over to the Wallabies, to Sydney, he was the main goal getter, the main striker, no one else up front. Now he's playing in a system in Athênai, and having to share the burden has been an interesting endeavor for him.
Yep, there's now Soderberg in through on a run. Anderson just cleared it out. Only able to parry it though and had to get the boot to it again. Fisher now is found on a counter-attack though. Athênai trying to launch one, but just decides to settle things down for now. And yeah, I do think that two-striker system, having to operate with Jeffrey Levert, has definitely dried up his goal scoring, but it doesn't make him any less dangerous. As one free kick here, just taken indirect by Tokyo. They'll look to send it back here to Touche, and Levert is up there troubling, and I think that's part of why they've mainly used Levert as a guy in the front, as Hayden now finds Asagi. Asagi back to Visser. Visser, oh, was that a bring down? No. Referee says the tackle was clean by Gintonic. Asagi now to Rise, but that one is sent across the face.
Glances off, and Rise, I think he would have wanted more contact there. It looked like a tap in there for him, but for now it's still 0-0. And I think both teams had great chances to score. Could be looking at 1-1 or even 2-1.
Yeah, bounce to the other side as here's Asagi with an opportunity. At that time, Yannick Anderson got the right hand to it and sent it clear, but only for a corner kick. Asagi to take this one. Ness relieve the duties this time round, and out to Hayden, and that one cleared out by Lockyer. Hogg will end up just tripping away before it goes out for a throw-in, so they can try and maintain this formation. Don't allow Athênai to potentially regroup. Now with Visser. Visser try to look for a ground ball and does Rabachon Touche, but just ends up running into Rise. No offside there, and Anderson will just look to hoof it out as here's a direct free kick. Gintonic by 44! And there it is at last. Owen 44 has scored one.
Offside!
And it looks like that might be up. Yep, flag is up.
Oh.
It was late, but it was there.
Unfortunate as well, open, but we see why. May have to jump, but he just looked a bit too far offside, and that's unfortunate for him.
Yeah, well, I mean, you mentioned it could be 1-1 or 2-1. Perhaps that, is a sign of being 2-2 or 3-1 now. So many chances. We've just gone begging here. And largely not due to fault of the keepers, though Berger and Anderson have maintained a very solid form here. As now they look to try and Fredenberg with Jeffrey Levert, but good work by Vercetti. Back around on it, and there was offside nonetheless, so maintain possession here, Tokyo, but they don't hold it for long as a throw in for Athênai with 5 minutes remaining in this first half. Find Fisher. Fisher on an inside ball, looked for 44, but cleared away by Rupp. Another look to launch a counter-attack. His Rise on side. Nothing's being called here yet. Looks like a low play continue. Here's Asagi. Asagi now to Hogg. Trouble by Gintonic, but maintained possession. Now Soderberg. Back to Rabachon Touche. Hogg now. Out to Ness. Ness, where does he look to go to? Goes back to Hayden. Hayden, no open look. Blocked out and cleared by Ramirez.
What a back and forth game. There's so much action there.
Not over yet here. Here's Rise. A shot, and again saved by Anderson.
Has been a goalless game, hasn't it?
Yeah, he comes out again and able to snaffle that one into his hands. Now he'll immediately look to launch the attack towards Levert, but well, no one was waiting for it, and ends up just falling back to the backs of Tokyo. There's Ness just wheeling his way around Fisher. The beautiful work to snake his way around, and now Soderberg. Soderberg out to Ness. For one Soderberg in for Ramirez and Labovic, and they clear it by the heads. 44 with an opportunity here. Long play developing. Here's Mike Rupp. Taking it away from Owen and goes back. Now for Sagi over to Hogg. Do they have Visser? No, they have Hayden instead. Hayden one-on-one. Hit the post again!
I think both goalkeepers need to give the post and the crossbar lucky charms, because the post has been hit so many times. And again! Oh my!
I feel like I'm watching the New York Rangers.
I feel like
the XG chart.
I feel like I'm watching Vegas Golden Knights as well. Just what's this? Malcolm Floyd, the post just saving him over and over again. There must be some incense right there. There must be some voodoo. Oh my word.
Get the rain shamans out, please. 2.95 XG between both sides, and yet none of them have been able to score. The shot quality's been there. The chance creating is there. It's only the finishing that hasn't been. Yannick Anderson has been having to work overtime pay and is probably going to have to donate half of that to his woodwork. Oh, what a first half of football, and we're still not done here.
Oddly enough, I think you can say that has been the absolute time for Tokyo. XG plenty for them, yeah. Unfortunate just not to convert, and just shows how much XG can be decepting. It's all good having XG. You need to convert it, however. Oh,
Soderberg hit the post. Was that denied by the post, or did Anderson get a hand to that? I'll count it as 4.5. 4.5 posts this game. But it doesn't look like Tokyo are willing to settle now. They haven't made a change. Shinji Kaida won for Emiliano Yoshiasagi. Up now, he sees it. He's trying to settle things down here. God, we need to settle down here in the booth probably. Soderberg now to Hog. Out to Rise. Rise now finds Kaida! Kaida, a long shot! And nearly hit the post as well, but Anderson decided to get the gloves to it instead, not letting him chance himself on having one go through, but Ross just finds Yoker, and Anderson just says, please, let's just get this out of my territory. Not in this house. Even though he is playing away, but the clearance is sent right back. Hogg sends through Hayden. Hayden to Soderberg! Is that it?
That is finally it!
Flag stays down! Finally, we open accounts. It's Helena Soderberg.
She finally gets it! And Tokyo finally gets the breakaway goal they need. 2-on-1 for Anderson. It has just not their day. Oh, I don't think anyone. I think Tokyo can just take the monkey off their back. They're ahead right now, and even worse there for Sydney. This is not what they need.
Yep. Don't forget, Tokyo needed to have lost this match for Sydney to even have a snowball's chance in hell. I don't think there'll be much of a cacahuefus for Tokyo to let through too here. Kaido now, try and find Visser here. Of course, Soderberg did look like he picked up a bit of an injury. Seems to be staying on as Hayden, a long shot, but was deflected by Lind out for a corner kick. Of course, they have used all of their bench here, Tokyo, so they don't really have many options to go back to. They want to have Soderberg remain on. And Ness was offside there, trying to find a man, and they just decided to let that one roll through for a goal kick. We try and press anything else here. Soderberg still battling through the pain and be holding up just fine here as Ness trying to dance around Yoka, goes over to the goal scorer Soderberg. Ness now try to find Hayden, but headed clear by Lockyer, and Athênai launch for counter. Tonic now to Visser, Arbachon Touche, intercepted by Sherwood. Now Levert, out to Fisher. Fisher, the left mid, what can he do with it? Just goes back to the center of the park. Gintonic now back to Fisher, one-on-one, and Nico Fisher equalizes. Athênai need that one. It's one apiece again.
Smooth passing there from Athênai. This is a team goal right there. Great job by Fisher. Great passing from Levert and Gintonic. Three just combining and just dizzying Tokyo. Berger had little chance there. And whilst it has been a great game for the goalies, we might be seeing the flood works open a bit.
Yeah, this time perhaps just for one-on-one chances. There's no woodwork to save you now. Worth noting as well, it's going back to an earlier comment we made. It is not 1-1 again, it is square again. Got myself on that one. Fisher, over to Sherwood now. Gintonic looks to Lind. They'll try and play it out through the ground game, and eventually they go aerial to Levert, given that he was unmarked. Ness was playing up, but Soderberg, look at Helena Soderberg. She's having to run her proverbial butt off. And still able to make a play. It's 44, a long shot, and narrowly found the top corner. Berger wasn't going to get a hand to it, but it missed everything.
44.
Play via the ground.
Yes. 4-4 just deciding he wanted to play hero ball right there.
Yeah, perhaps he just thought that if he could be the hero, it would be a great time to do it. Now out to Arbachon Touche. Back for Kaido. Now Visser. Does Visser have anyone working to the middle? Nope, just found Lockyer, but got it back. Back to Abishon Touche. Over to Kaido, his shot blocked. Back himself. Back to Ness. Ness will try and look for another look inside. Goes again, and that time was blocked. First one blocked by Yoka. Second one cleared by Lind. Got out to 44 now. Less than 20 minutes ago. Not including stoppages. Kaido, great work to get back. 44 wanted a foul. Was never going to be given. Again, we see now get the attack. About 18 minutes left now. Red log now. 4:44. And get by Rob. Instead just goes back to Labovich. Goes out to Fisher. Fisher to 44. Great read, Josh Berger that time. Could have easily been threatened by the shot of Fisher, but it was a tap on for 44 and just decided to tap it clear instead. And Chetty's able to work a corner away, but only for now. Len now to Lockyer. Lockyer out to Sherwood. Sherwood will work it back and we'll just decide to settle things for now. It's not for long as they can maintain the pressure here. Ramirez inside for Soderberg. Soderberg cleared out, but not long. Found the foot of Yoka. Lind ended up losing it there. Wanted a foul, didn't get it. Ada now out to Visser. And now Tokyo look to launch a counter-attack. After catching the centre backs perhaps a little bit off guard. Out to Kaido. They don't really have a way to set up though. Visser will instead go to Hogg. Hogg shot deflected away by Lind, and Yoka ended up hitting it clear, but again, it's not too far. Soderberg is still able to regroup and regather inside Athênai's half, but Ness had it just taken away by Levert and went out.
I'll be honest, that Burger save right there could be one of the saves of the season right there. Just how close up that was and the reactions Burger had right there.
Oh, that time he got caught out though, but Visser came to the rescue, got the feed him away of their own 44 shot. Just got himself wide and that one's deflected out. Abishon Touche was deflected off of him and Kaido had to do a lot of work there but did keep it in. Prevented the corner kick from occurring. Just over 5 minutes left. What's Josh Berger doing using his head there? What a guy. Oh man, that's a skill you don't often see from a keeper. As Ness finds Skyrise. Oh, it's hit the bar again.
Hazard pay.
5.5.
Anderson deserves hazard pay for this.
I think he's had to face 25 shots thus far this game. Something of that nature. It's been absolutely bonkers. It's almost firing squad stuff, but I mean, at the very least, he can be content that he's currently holding on to 1 point, or his team is at least. But that could all change in this last 3 minutes of regulation play, because here's Hogg. He's got a gap between the centre backs. Kaido a shot, and Anderson. Oh, he puts up another save of a year contender. Able to get his body out to stop that one. Yoko Fisher had to take it from by Abishon Touche. Fourth officials board shows 3 minutes, but they might only need 0 of that. As Skyrise! Oh! How has he tapped that one home? Look, you had it, but he didn't corral it, and Skyrise has put Tokyo in front.
Banzai! 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 Tokyo! Up the death! They will secure their time in season Div 1. Skyrise calls game, and after all that time, 4.32 XG for Tokyo. It looks like the Demons might just be over right there. Extra time already at 3 minutes.
Don't worry. They might even try and put up one more on them. Here's Caleb Hayden. No, we'll just play it to Anderson, and the referee has seen enough. Tokyo advance. They will maintain 5th. Athênai now put themselves at risk of losing 2nd or perhaps even 3rd place. I already need to double check that one. No, they're fine and 4th. That's just a good way to settle myself. Sydney City, book it. They are headed back down to Division 2 and they have to not even watch their Ashes rivals into London go up past them. I'm sure there will be definitely some unfriendly words exchanged between the Commonwealth rivals, but these two teams, well, they had to fight tooth and nail. Yannick Anderson faced 31 shots, 11 on target. He had to make 9 saves. He had to play out of his skin, and it wasn't even enough for his team to secure a victory. Athênai, I mean, they generated chances, a fair amount, but not nearly as much as Tokyo did, who tried to put Athênai to the sword. And, well, they just ended up pulling it out at the very end. Basically, stoppage time goal for Skyrise. And through all of that hard work, Tokyo can finally say that they have put in the hard work and it's paid off. They will go up in 5th place. You can lock it in now. But now we get to see whether Athenai's concession ends up resulting in a potential second for one Cairo City. They'll now get to play against the coronated champions FC Hollywood. Hollywood were 6th clear going into this final match day, so they had nothing to worry about and can coast at home, though we do also know that with the Golden Boot race, we did touch on that briefly at the start of the broadcast, they should be fine in that regard. Ricky Bobby does have his 11. Franco Torres does have 9. Coffee Biscuit is 10. And Skyrise has 8. So did put himself up there a little bit, but won't be enough to contend for much.
Tiki Taka also in consideration there on 9.
Yeah, I mean, we've got 3 players on Golden Boot Watch, so there's still a bit to play for in this match, individual-wise, but team-wise it is really only can Cairo win, and if so, well, can Cairo actually get points out of this? Because they did hold the goal difference advantage, I believe, over Athênai, and they do. Athênai, I mean, 3rd place with a negative goal differential is certainly some kind of accomplishment to discuss here.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think that just shows how solid you can be in picking your times to win. But I would also just have to feel hard done by if your team below against one who is on a negative goal difference. I can't say much in this. All I can say is, well, that's a stat.
Yep, that might be considered a stat that exists, but does not matter. But going over the teams here, Cairo City, they've tried to set up Franco Torres as best they can for 4-1-4-1. Ketchup Noodle, Tim Possible, Patrick Bjorkas lining as midfield. And, well, Hollywood have gone for a bit of the offset 4-2-2-2. So they will likely look to give Ricky Bobby and Tiki Taka as many chances as they can to just make sure they can secure that golden boot for Bobby. Or even Takas. Here's Torres now to try and threaten one early on. Goes back over to Staines. Staines, a long drive! And it had the angle, but Scott Sterling did well to cut it off.
What a curler that was. And I thought that would have gone in there. Sterling had other plans there. But we have
been
wait.
Solid. No, you were going.
No, don't worry too much about that. Especially with a play developing right there. Impossible gets that crossing. Goal watch there for Tiki Taka.
Yep, his side second golden boot now. And Athênai can probably breathe a sigh of relief when they heard this one. Of course, we didn't have the information. That's the way we broadcast these matches, but it's Hun Possible. Of course, this is another interesting thing. Hun Possible plays Tim Possible.
Oh, I love this matchup. It's up there with their Petter brothers playing together in Sydney.
Yeah, well, I mean, we do know that they officially booked into the bottom of the ladder. Well, basically, it's Torres shot blocked there by Jarrow when Costanza decides to give a fan a souvenir with that corner kick. He's now over to Jarrow. I mean, we didn't really cover the goal much there, in all honesty, but I mean, it was a fairly simple one, just a round ball, found its way through. Tiki Taka was going to make no mistake here. He's been very clinical in his finishing.
Yep, and
he's only had 22 shots on target. It would be 23 now, and I believe that makes 10 for him. I will need to double check that because that's maybe outdated and looks like Cairo now. Looking to try and quickly find an equalizer. Ketchup Noodle out to Sam Siege. Torres a shot. Great save. Scott Sterling.
I also have to check as well. The goals I might be going off outdated goal numbers right there as well.
I will quickly update that for you as that one will be well wide on that attempt by Cairo. So now, 10th minute. Now out to Toastman. Freddie just trying to play through the center now. Here's Torres again. Can he convert this one? No. Great block there by Costanza. That one goes wide.
Solid
yeah,
work.
I would not like to note, 44 does have 5 goals this league season, not just 4. That was one thing that we didn't have because we didn't have a 13th matchday stats. Torres is on 10 right now, and now would be tied with Coffee Biscuit, who we did have correct.
We did something right.
Yeah, we have most of it right. Right now, it's still Ricky Bobby leading the Golden Boot race, but now it is a tie between Biscuit, Taka, and Torres. So, one of them has already sealed their fate. The other two now. Here's Hunter Jones! Oh, what a through ball. That was over the top and has been pulled back.
Oh, the depression in that voice. It's good. It's good. What a volley. Oh.
Yeah, it's almost Paul Allen. It is good. No, we missed the kick wide right. But no, offside there, and was a good step or two in front there. So great call by our assistant referee. Had a great eye for that one as Jones recently disallowed. Had that cross headed away by Freddie, and Broadcast swept it up, and now with Torres. Torres trying to get by back Jarrah. Barely does it. Now it's possible. Finds Bjorkas, and Bjorkas' shot blocked by Scott Sterling. Possible does well to not let it go through to allow another Cairo attacking opportunity. It's been majority of them right now, but Hollywood just have been able to convert the more quality chances. Let's see if they can get a second one here. No, that time headed away by Pierre Hood. I believe it is pronounced Hood. I did see a pronunciation guide. Thank you, Arno Schlemischt, for that one.
Schlemisch.
I didn't actually get to view that one to make sure that I was getting that correct. Nonetheless, here's G's out to Staines. Staines now finds Sam Siege, blocked by his own man, Tim Possible. Usually want Hun Possible blocking those shots, but I don't think Hollywood will really care too much. Here's Yankwai. Yankwai going up against Noodle, chased to the edge, and I eventually tried a ball in, but was knocked back by Ketchup Noodle for another corner kick. Gerald Gerrard being one of the best players thus far on the pitch for FC Hollywood. Not to mention Ricky Bobby. Both of them putting up average match ratings well in the high sevens. Send it out to Tim Possible. Possible try and find Torres, but great read there. Scott Sterling blocked the through ball from ever-reaching Franco Torres, who passed to Costanza to put in Esca, did it instead, and Bjorkas instead through. Patrick Bjorkas ends up putting the equaliser home for Cairo.
Scott
ended up having a goal last match and gets one here.
Scott Sterling, oh dear. I think the kick would have been better there. Costanza unfortunately gets read by Franco Torres, and he may not get the goal, but what an assist will get out there. Bjorkas, he'll happily slot that past Sterling. A mistake on Hollywood's end. The Stars will lose that advantage they had.
Yeah, I mean, that would be at most his fourth assist, at least his second. We don't have the assist stats on us right now, but still definitely dwarfs his goal tally in the double digits for the league. As Cairo have hit back. Yeah, with the way the standings are, they do now remain tied with the teenagers. Here's a header for Ricky Bobby! Well, if you want to try and secure a golden boot, you might as well do that now. Hunter Jones sends one in, and Ricky Bobby, oh, it was just too easy for him. He's so tall out there in the box. Beat us, Jeeves, no trouble there. And then the header through. The back's just nowhere near. Basically got a 2-1. Could have been Kwai. Ends up being Bobby. He gets 12 on the season.
If there's three constants in life, death, taxes, and the forehead of Ricky Bobby,
I mean, just his general goal-scoring prowess has been something to behold. You know, he takes a multi-goal lead with basically 50 minutes left for any of his contenders to mount a charge. I'm pretty sure he can safely take this one to go along with his championship. I mean, it's been a solid reason why they've been on top here, and you know, why they can basically experience a crowning ceremony. Granted, they are doing it in the land of pharaohs rather than near their walk of fame. As here's Taka. Taka, a shot is hit the post. Almost the Heretic will be thankful for that one, as it could have easily been 3-1 there had Tiki Taka been able to just slot that in between. As Kwai, his cross finds Ricky Bobby, number 13, and that's a huge one to secure it.
Lucky number 13 there for Ricky Bobby. You mentioned that they are in the land of pharaohs, but Hollywood, the Stars, they're walking up high right there in their own galaxy. And again, another great cross in for the body of Ricky Bobby. I think Ricky Bobby might be the best person to have in the box for set piece.
Yeah, I mean, just on open play and corners, on indirect free kicks, he's just been the man. As it's impossible in on the far. Ooh. Oh, that is an absolutely beautiful goal there. It's been action-packed already. 5 goals in 43 minutes. And Tim Possible with an absolute rip snorter.
My. Great pass there from Siege, opening things up. That's a rocket no one is going to catch. I don't care who you are, Nostradamus or anyone else. Roofs it in and brings Cairo back to within 1.
And Taka well, he almost said never mind. He thought it was going in, but Tiki Taka has found the woodwork for the second time this match. Oh, he's had a tough time of it. I don't think he'll be discontent team-wise. His team has had the lead. Stanza goes back to Sterling. They'll look to try and find the head of Ricky Bobby again, and they do, but no one's waiting on the end of it. Well, last time it was Netville was waiting on the end of it, but that time it's just Pierre Hood that scraps up. Lucas tried to send Noodle through, but instead found Gerard. Here he goes to the Anquai, tried to get Tacker on a through ball, but a bit too deep, and ends up being swept up by Jeeves. Jeeves now trying to run against Jones, now with Staines, trying to get Bjorkas on a through ball, but Pudimeska did well to get back and cut it out and cleared by Sterling. Now Powder Toastman. Goes out to Hood. Hood over to Jeeves. Jeeves will find Bjorkas. Bjorkas walks his back against Gerard. Jeeves tried to put a through ball in, but was headed away by Costanza. And then Bobby sends Lanquai through. Lanquai in a bit of a 2-1 here with a keeper and scores!
I'm never going to try a rap battle against you, alright?
You got it.
Yeah. Well, again, that flurry of events right there, and it's just Lanquai was activated, he got the run on Siege, and just he again roofs it, this time past Heretics. The Heretic is not going to have a holy time of this. Lanquai cool as ice and brings it to a 6-goal game, 4-2 Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean, 9 shots on target, 6 goals. I mean, we talked before about the match that seemed to have, everything go wrong in terms of finishing, but I think here everything's gone right for them. That incredible goal by Tim Possible that bounced off the bar and right in. No substitutions made by either side. And then they've just had open one-on-one opportunities, or it's just been Ricky Bobby's head just able to guide it through into the net, as already they look to try and mount an attack, but good work there by Sam Siege to bounce off Yang Kwai and goes over for a goal kick. But Cairo, they don't want the party to end, especially not now, considering they can still perhaps get a second place out of it, as that one Hunter Jones barely got to the ball. Bobby now finds Yang Kwai. He's going to try and run again here against Sam Siege, who's been peppered all game. Kwai's got Yang's cross in. I don't remember if it's family name or not, but nonetheless, the cross only finds Ask Jeeves. Put Aneska out, try to find Hunt Possible, out to Staines. Staines just heads it into the crowd. 1-0 now for Hollywood. Gerard to take it once again. Does he get another assist here? He almost did.
I think that was Jarrow.
It's back Jarrow, who hits the bar again.
Oh, these last 2 games have just been filled with bar shots. So much.
I need to never go drinking with these men, as here's Hunter Jones. That time didn't find the bar, nor the net, nor the keeper.
He did find the advertisements, though.
Yeah, well, of course it is Movember, so if you are doing it, feel free to link your charity over in the forums. I'm sure that someone would love to help you out there, as Scott Sterling is able to stop a Franco Torres opportunity. He did well to come out there and sweep that one up.
How big would your bid be?
Just gonna look. No comment. Impossible. Will try and make the run through the center of the park. It's starting to cut in. Here's Rashford. Goes over all Yang Kwai. Trying to hug the line there. And again, trying to get by Sam Siege. Just decides to go back out for Rashford. Put in Neska's cross. Try to find Jones. Headed away by Toastman. But Staines back pass on Jones to Rashford. Now Ricky Bobby. Try to go to Hunter Jones again. But great block by Ask Jeeves. Barely saw it go over the top of the net.
Ask Jeeves, he answers with a great block. And who cleared that one with ease right there for Cairo. Crisis averted for now.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a lot less action-packed here. We're nearly at our longest goalless streak here. It was 25 minutes this game. And, well, we've just about got there now as I'll go out to Noodle. We'll try to find Bjorkas, but got back by Jones. Try to find Taka, but toggled back by Jeeves. Now Jeeves with it after a bit of passing from Cairo. Now good tackle, Possible. Took it away there, but it ends up with Tim Possible after finding Freddie. Costanza to Torres. Sterling. Oh, he nearly had that one leak through. It was going to go wide anyway, and Costanza just decides to make sure of it and tries to send it out into the streets. Jeeves now trying to find Noodle, but great work by Jack Sparrow. Excuse me, copyright law. Just heads it clear now for rookie Bobby. Bobby tried to find Lang Kwai, but see, just heads it back, and that's able to be safely gloved by Elmas for Heretic.
I don't think they'll mind with copyright laws, will they?
I'm not taking any chances. Here's Torres. Speaking of not taking any chances, there's Cairo trying to take one. Oh, what was Gerard doing there? I think he just was like, what's going on here? And it just bounced right off of him. Right now to Jeeves. Just goes back to him. Not a Tim Possible, but look right side with Noodle. There they go. Goes back to Sam Siege. Freddie now to Jeeves. Now to Bjorkas. Back to Freddie. They look to go. Gotta go sometime. Now Tim Possible will. Got past Bodaneska. His shot well saved there by Scott Sterling. Mustaines trying to work it back for Jarrah, but from Costanza, and Costanza gets it out clear to Jones. Now Cara just rushing back to try and stop any potential counter-attack, but they might already be able to spring one here. Miko Rashford tried to lead Bobby out, but I think Bobby thought he was offside, so almost the Heretic just comes out to get that one back, as well, now Cairo just looking to make sure they don't fall for any tricks again. Now working against Podaneska. Fires in. Franco Torres. Great save. Scott Sterling. The work overtime here, but he's done well. Made sure that he kept Cairo mainly out of the score sheet. Van Torres again, but good marking there. Spack Jarrow. From doing anything there. Possible work goes back to Sam Siege, and we'll just settle things down for now. Less than 10 minutes to play here before Hollywood FC Hollywood can transfer themselves champions. I'm nearly thinking of Collingwood, the Australian Football Club. Nonetheless, Torres found on a run, but just took an early shot there. Was offside anyway. And Sterling make sure that it doesn't go in. Got 8 shots on target face there by Scott Sterling. So 750 save percentage. Can't be too unhappy with himself for that. Just now, I'll go to Torres. Where do they look to go? This time left side with Staines. Finds Torres. Torres on a run again, and again a save by Sterling. Torres has largely been kept out of the score sheet thanks to the work of the Hollywood keeper.
I'm pretty sure Torres at this point is probably just resigned. Yeah, Bobby has already scored 2. It's up to the lucky number 13. And he will need a hat-trick within 5 minutes. So at this point, Ricky Bobby will get the golden boot to go with his cup that he earned.
Yeah, well, I mean, he could end up doing a bit of a player treble, league, cup, and boot, and potentially ball as well. Maybe a quadruple, wouldn't it actually? But of course, he still has his cup final to play in 2 days' time. As here's G sent through on a run. Scott Sterling, great save there. Just got the right hand to it and sent it out.
Scott Sterling.
From Jeeves, tried to find Torres, and again, that's been where they've kind of made sure that they kept Franco Torres back. Spack Jarrow. Anytime they try to look from a corner kick or a headed ball, Jarrow's been there to just get it away, and can be so again, but that time with the help of the fists of Scott Sterling.
Spack Jarrow has been solid locking down Franco Torres. And again, no chance for him, just cleared by header. I honestly think Torres' keys may be in Jarrow's locker.
Well, that's quite a way to analyze that, as here's Tiki Taka, he's through and he scores. That's a dagger for Cairo's second place chances. Tiki Taka puts up his 12th and puts himself in a second in the Golden Boot race, which is pretty much done and dusted by this point. Wow, Hollywood. I mean, you take the league, you put yourself in the cup final, and you get your 2 top scorers. It's been an unbelievable season, and what a way to cap it off.
Where have I heard this from before? It feels like I'm going back to season 3 or 4 with Hollywood just outright dominating.
It has been dominance from pretty much start of season to end of season. But we still have the cup final to look forward to.
But this match right here is done and dusted. Hollywood may have a match coming up in very short notice, but they can celebrate the league here and now. Their business is done. Ricky Bobby will have the league golden boot, and Hollywood will take their win against Cairo away. Cairo 2, Hollywood 5.
Yep, and that pretty much locks up the standings, though there is still the chance of Catalunya cause a little bit of mayhem. Win by any margin. Thanks to that 3-goal loss. We're down by 4 previously. So, thanks to that, they were tied on goals scored before, so they would need to win with 2 goals scored. But that would still place them within the realm of getting to that final 3rd place, to be on the podium there and basically cement their status along with Athênai and Hollywood as the top 3 teams. Of course, Hollywood and Athênai. Notably, Athênai did advance on away goals, so it'll be 1 versus 2 in the league to decide the cup, as we do know that now, thanks to the results that we have. And, well, the 3rd place Catalunya, who are the other semi-finalists, along with the Division 2 champs, into London. Lost to Athênai on away goals, 3-3 on aggregate. So they're going to have to watch Athênai and Hollywood face off for the cup final, but they got one more task ahead of them, and that's just seeing where they play Sydney City, who, I mean, it's been a season to forget. Certified Problem has tried to play their way out of it. Probably been the best keeper that we've seen. But, I mean, aside from that, just has not been there for them. They've exchanged him out a few times, and, well, they haven't won a game without Problem in net, so
it has been a
concerning.
Well, just overall, it has been a season of change for Sydney. Ever since that league win, ever since last season, I'm pretty sure it has been mentioned to death. So apologies if I get abducted away for what I say, but with just the amount of turnover for this team, it is a very young squad. I think result might be inevitable, but they are playing their way. 3 wins this season, and I don't think they can feel too bad. I think they should play with pride as it is, even in this last game.
Yeah, I mean, a win by a lot would still see them surpass Adowa Accra, as we have covered the match. But, of course, they don't quite know that yet, as these games are played simultaneously. That cross is cleared away by Lee Fist. And again, they have opted not to use Certified Problem, of course. They don't get any big retirement ceremony or anything like that. We do know the Problem's career is done. This season, officially, they have elected to put Joey McCarthy in net. And I mean, if they wanted to play for anything, I think they would have decided to take Problem back out. But still, that pretty much just decides, you know what, we're just going to start with a rookie. Of course, McCarthy recently came into the league, claimed off waivers by Sydney City. So, I mean, talk about being cast into the flames here, having to start the 5 games, I believe, recently, and has dropped 5 of 6. The other one was a loss for the nearly Selly as Okamoto tried to challenge McCarthy, but up there and out for a goal kick.
Poor guy, man. I mean, Joe McCarthy, at least he's going to come in and just take all the experience he can.
Yeah, well, we'll have to soak up the experience and soak up the shots, and that time he does there. JJ Okocha into That one. And yes, we will reconfirm that Joe McCarty has had to play those last ones. Oh, McPossum just had to play off the bar. McCarty would have been beaten though, but that time he is floppy McFlopface from the edge of the area. A tough angle and slots it home for 1-0 Catalunya.
That was a bullet right there from McFlopface. I almost screwed up saying his name there. But McFlopface.
Well, I mean, we got a lot of Mcs involved there. McPossum's free kick. McCarty had to make the save and couldn't, and it fell from McFlopface. Easy to flub. Komodo just challenged by Rube, but it fell to McPossum. Now McFlopface again. Starting it all over. Here's Yua Yarvinen. Yarvinen tried to find Maple, but just headed away by Claudio Scarpetta. West Catalunya will just try and get themselves third with a victory, but it would need to be the aforementioned victory with 2 goals scored.
Indeed. Maple gone out wide there. Keeper trying to keep up there. No chance there. Vince, however. Vince, boom, boom. 2-0 to Catalunya.
Yeah, easily found there. I mean, the Scarpetta brothers were completely split on that occasion. Just trying to cover a Kocha coming in, and Vince with about as much space as a social distance circle, ends up just finding the top of the net. McCarty had no chance to stop that one. Goodness me, that was an incredible start for Catalunya. 2 goals in the span in 5 minutes.
I probably will expect more, sadly.
Oh well, here they go again. It's Dogwood Maple now. Thanks to his incredible cup performance, does have the all-around. I believe that has been taken from him as well. Because of his plentiful amount of goals in the cup. Yes, Ricky Bobby. Double check. I believe he had 13 and 7 in the cup. They also have a cup final to play as well. Of course, Maple will not have that luxury. But he might try and convert some more here, just trying to run it up on a Sydney City season that has basically been wrapped up as Juliusson stops an attempt from Zayed. It's now try to find McFlopface, but a good header away by direct free kick. Rube will go back to free kick. Work for 1-2 here, trying to get by Yarvinen. Just goes back here to Hall. Work it back for the Como Carbon. Dropped on the out to Rube. Rube's long shot to fired away there by Alexandra Gunnarsson.
Low yet firm there from Gunnarsson.
With a tough stop at the near post, but did well to block it out. Kylie with a long clearance finds the feet of Claflin. Claflin trying to work by fist, a low shot, but that jitterbug is easily handled by Gunnarsson.
I think Sydney are opting to play route 1 there. At least a lot more vertical with their balls.
Well, I mean, perhaps they just want to try out what they can for what may be their tactic going into Division 2, or perhaps it's just their way of trying to see out the season with what they know. As McFlopface finds Vince looks for a double, but McCarty a good diving stop.
Apologies, but do you think they'll have shrimps on the barbie then?
I will do unspeakable things for you, good sir. It looks like we have... Speaking of unspeakable, direct free kick looks to be in a lot of pain right now. Looks like we're going to have to bring him off here. Let's see what they have to do here. It's a very difficult spot to replace. They don't really have a defender that slots into that spot. They might have to move Carbone over and bring in someone else. Looks like we're going to bring on Connor Aspilaqueta, a midfielder having to play wing-back. Oh, that's going to be unfortunate for them, but I had to make the sub here thanks to the injury, and a couple of yellow cards have been given out as well. This game's starting to get a bit chippy.
Aspilaqueta playing out wide. To be fair, it is a bit of a return to his natural position, if I remember right. Pardon me? If I remember right, Aspilaqueta started in defense.
Yeah, well, I mean, I do believe this is also going to be Aspilaqueta hanging up the boots. So, what we do know from him is that he will be recreating. He did start as a centre-back. Was the highest paid player in the league. And, well, this is now how he's going to have to walk out. With his window not matching that of the team, he said that he will be changing up moving forward. So we wish him all the best with that. Vin's on the corner, headed away there by Roberto Scarpetta. Of course, a lot of that Sydney team did have to send themselves out. I mentioned Sinclair only the broadcast. Tim Sinclair will be leaving as well.
So many notable names there from Sydney just deciding to hang it up. It's kind of a...
Yeah, well, I mean...
It's a huge passing of the torch, really.
Yeah, we'll have to see what we go next. As here's Okamoto, a shot down into the bottom right corner. McCarty tried to narrow the angle, but Okamoto found it. It's 3-0. And Catalunya may well have third place in hand now. 39 minutes left in their season.
Oh, Okamoto, good vision there to identify the free space there. And the placement on that shot as well. But as you said, Catalunya looking comfortable right here. Sydney, well, it's just one hammer after another for them.
Yeah, we're just going to have to watch them sink lower and lower into the depths. That's the way that it goes. Flank there by Claflin blocks an opportunity, but Okamoto and Järvinen were both running back there to swoop it up. Okamoto finds Järvinen, finds McFlopface, and it's 4. Oh, don't do it like that.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I wish I knew Catalan, but this is the best I can do. Because McFlopface, he just decided he wants more from that goal. He wants to see that net shake. And the way fans are in Raptors, while Sydney's home fans, I think they're just on the motorway right back home.
Yeah, well, I hope the Harbour Tunnel isn't going to be as unpleasant. Well, I'm pretty sure they're sinking lower than that, the team is, rather. As I think I got that wrong. It's Shion Okamoto, not Shinji Okamoto. Mixed up. Excuse me on that. Rube finds Aspilicueta. Find inside ball for Carbone, and now Lopta to Hall. Keeper trying to run on the left flank. Look anywhere. Does. Goes inside. Dobby Rube is waiting. Back for Aspilicueta. Oh, would have been a great capping goal, I suppose, but Gunnarsson did very well to tip that one over the top. Well, now back inside and headed away by Lee Fist. Yellow card given next to Carbone, and a free kick that didn't find anyone, and the one to sweep it. Now Zaid has Rube on a run, and look at how many Catalunya players are running back. 6 of them in defence, trying to stop him, but it goes back for Hall. Hall's shot was wide.
Come on, Sydney, get one in. I know this might be biased, but I want Sydney to have one fighting goal.
Yeah, and while I was checking something for you, I would like to point out that Catalan numbers are not related to the combinatorial mathematics of Catalan numbers. But digressing, McPossum, shot wide, never challenged McCarty in essence.
My mind just went on the world of backflips after you said that. I'll have you know.
Yeah, well, they're named after a mathematician called Catalan. That's... So, numbers in Catalan is different from Catalan numbers. Just make sure you know that when you're Googling it, because I had to do the same.
Wait, hold on.
Nonetheless, we're moving on. We're moving on. There's 4 minutes left in this match, and this is not what I want to talk about at the end here. Järvinen, back to Juliusson. Just trying to settle things down now. Of course, everything locked up now. We've still got Division 2, the final match day. All Parillo capture get promoted. Something to look forward to. Here's a Kocha. Might be the final goal of the season. Blocked. Rebound. Scores.
This is the final goal of the season. Looks like Okocha grabbing the ball right there just to call game. Nice block there from Roberto Scarpetta, but it just falls Okocha's way. And well, if the fans were still around, I think a few more would leave, and the rest are just banging their team to the end, just willing Sydney on.
Well, I think a lot of them are still looking around here, looking at the crowd. But I think a lot of them is just because they've seen what this team has gone through, so much hardship. You know, with the changing of the guard, they understand a lot may go wrong for them. They thought things looked good at the start of the season, but it just changed. And as the fates would have it, they've ended up having to go down here, and it might be sis for Okocha. He decides to whip it in, but Hall will clear it out instead. Busquets now, Rube, come on. Will it be finally called here? Zaid looks for Lopta. Maybe they'll find one more. No, they won't. The referee's seen enough. 5-0 Catalunya at the very end. It was downhill running for them from the very beginning. And they finally cap it off with a victory. Didn't get chippy there. 5 yellow cards issued out. Thankfully, no one sent off.
I'm giving my applause to Sydney as well for how they fought this entire Sydney season. Wallabies, they 100% get my respect, and no matter what, I think that this young group will thrive together.
Yeah, of course, we do have next season to look forward to. I think that's all they really could say about this. I mean, what a performance by Catalunya as well. All-round dominance there on the pitch. Vin's earning himself man of the match. And, well, that's just how it ends. Not with a bang, but with a whimper. Sydney City go down along with Adowa Accra, who at the beginning of this simulation found themselves on the brink of relegation, and a tough loss for them to take. A tough loss for both teams to take. The ones will see themselves in Division 2. We can confirm they will be with CA Buenos Aires, Seoul Mythic, and Montreal United, of course. So wait who that final team may be. That's still to come. On the other side of it, Sao Paulo and Tokyo came into this match day, potentially looking at relegation, got the results they needed. Both came away with wins. The mid-table, the upper mid-table, well, Catalunya did get that leapfrog. Got themselves in a third place. Caro had hopes of second. Ends up finding themselves in fourth. And Athênai, in spite of a loss, in spite of a negative goal differential, still finish in second. They'll be absolutely content with that, and they still have a cup to play for, so perhaps just took themselves off the gas a bit there as we finally get to look at the standings. FC Hollywood FC. A team by any other name. Absolute dominance throughout. Ricky Bobby the double. Tiki Taka the double. And another goal for Liang Kwai in the stoppage time of the first half. Just was absolutely beautiful. As you did see, Sao Paulo, they were the match to watch. We got them at the start. They did very well with that final insurance goal by McFred and the penalty by Pascal Olivier, securing them that spot in Division 1 once again. So I'd like to thank you. I'd like to thank Valpix, Zanlo, Sarah TVC, and Jiggly, the entire commentary crew, the entire board of directors, and, well, of course, Commissioner Candidates for everything they have done for this league. All of the players, all of the managers, everyone has put up an absolute beautiful show.
Indeed.
Well, that about does it from all of us here at the Simulation Soccer League. I've been Suck. And we shall see you perhaps next season, but definitely next time.
And this has been Project Saint as well. And again, thank you very much. And Division 1 will see you again next season.